Revelation 2734. From the 12th of May 1943. Visible appearance of the Lord. Where two or three are gathered together in my name. God reveals himself when he is respected. He dwells in the midst of his own, invisibly, but he reveals himself in many ways to strengthen faith. He speaks to people through his Spirit mentally or audibly, thus he dwells in the Word among people who love him and keep his commandments. But he will also appear visibly to a few whose love for him is deep and ready to sacrifice. Yet only a few will recognize him, for he will be among them in a simple form, and only the love of the heart will recognize him because it feels strongly drawn to him and recognizes the Lord's nearness. There will be peace and tranquility and harmony amongst people where the Lord visibly appears, and everyone will approach the other in love, and as a like-minded person he will suddenly be in their midst and radiate love and make people happy. His eye will rest full of gentleness and kindness on his own, and his word will be comforting and strength-giving, and a calmness will take hold of people, and every heart will be turned towards him full of love, every ear will receive his words. And suddenly he will disappear from their sight, and by this they will recognize who has dwelt among them. And his appearance will strengthen people's faith, all doubts will disappear, and full of confessional courage they will then stand up for him and his name. Nothing will frighten them, no matter what is done against them, for they will feel accompanied by him, whom they may behold on all paths. The Lord will come to his own when they are in great distress, visibly and invisibly, but always tangibly in the hearts of those who love him. He will show himself to all who are gathered in his name, or also to individuals who are particularly strong in faith and love. And thus even an individual will be able to behold him, whereas the others will not be able to behold him. Invisibly, however, he is always present where two or three are gathered in his name. And thus everyone can also draw strong faith from this promise of Jesus if he always keeps these words of his in mind. Where two or three are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them. His word is truth, and where the Lord dwells, there man no longer needs to fear anything from the world. God will reveal himself everywhere. Where there is a small congregation of God-fearing and deeply believing people, he will also make himself known in the coming time in order to strengthen them for the battle which will break out for the sake of faith. And therefore he descends to earth long before in the Word, and thereby demonstrates that he dwells amongst them, that he comes to everyone who wants to hear him, that he directly and indirectly conveys his word to them so that they shall take notice of his ever-caring love for his own, whom he has chosen as his fighters. And if necessary he will also visibly manifest himself if his word has kindled love for him in their hearts and they have become able through love to receive his image within themselves, to behold him with the physical or spiritual eye. And the image will dig deep into the heart, and the human being will always be able to see him when his faith needs strengthening. And time and again he will be able to draw comfort and strength, for the Lord's love is constantly with the one who loves him with all his heart. Amen.